So I want to share with all of you a thought that I think every person that is a Yid, that believes in the Ribono Shel Olam, has to take this message. Hashem closed the world for 2 months. Some places in the world, hundreds of Jewish people died. Thousands of people died. All over the world, over hundreds of thousands of people died. Everyone was locked in their houses. Everyone was lonely. We have to believe that is a message. It doesn't mean that I know the message, but it has to be a message. I heard once from Adam Gadol, when Hashem gives a clap, Hashem gives a patch, if you don't take the message, it's Parshas Bechukoisai, Im Bechukoisai Telechu, V'im lo yishma'u li, V'halchtem im ikeri. A person has to try to take something in his hands, even if he doesn't take the right thing. Because Hashem didn't send us a Navi, we can't know what He wanted from us. But if we don't try to take something, and that we get punished. So I was trying to think what Hashem wants from us, or at least what we could take out. And I was thinking it was something very interesting. You know, for the last years, we were davening and our phone was buzzing. We were davening and we checked our messages. I heard a story, I don't know if it's true, but I will share it with you. One person texts his friend, he doesn't answer. He texts him again, he doesn't answer. He texts him the 3rd time, Joe, why are you not answering? Joe texts him back, I'm sorry, I'm in Chazar Sashatz. He texts back to Joe, yeah, but yesterday I texted you and you were also in Chazar Sashatz. And you answered me. He says, I'm sorry, today I'm the Chazan. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but it could be true. We went to Simchas, instead of enjoying, we were playing on our phone, texting or taking pictures instead of being with the Baalei HaSimcha. Hashem said, you want to daven with your phone? You want to learn with your phone? Close the shuls, close the Beit HaMidrashes, learn on Zoom, learn with your chavrusa on phone, hear the classes on phone. The message is very clear. But before I speak about the message, what Hashem wants us, to come to shul and not to touch our phones. To come to shul and close our phones. Shut them. Not to check every message. Just not even to have it vibrating in the pocket. But I want to share with you a taz. The Gemara in Brachas brings down in the 2nd perek that the poyalim, the workers, when they work by the balabais, when they're working by the owner, so the halacha is they're allowed to make the bracha rishona, like a moitzi, and they make the first bracha of Birkas Hamazon, but the 2nd and the 3rd they bind together, and the 4th they don't do. Not to mess the avodah of the balabais, just to realize how careful you have to be in work. The Shulchan Aruch brings it down as well. The Yerushalmi, and this halacha says, today, by the way, it's not noyeg because the balabais is not makpid, the Shulchan Aruch says. I think maybe because people bench much quicker, so he doesn't care anyways. The Yerushalmi perek beis halacha hei, Omar Ravina, maybe I'm getting the name wrong. Omar Ravina, maybe Rabboin, Omar Rabboin. Shma mino osur la'asos melocha b'shas Birkas Hamazon. The Lashon Yerushalmi more correct. Shma mino osur la'asos melocha b'shas shu mevorech. Why? Because if you're allowed to, so why we need to let the poyalim not to bench and carry on working, knocking the hammer? Shulchan Aruch brings it down, and Siman Kuf Tzadi Aleph. The first seif is the poyalim, they make the first bracha, Birkas Hamazon, they make the first, the 2nd and 3rd they bind, and they don't make the 4th one. 2nd seif, Bezman Hazeh, it's not noyeg. 3rd seif, Osu la'asos melocha b'shas shu mevorech. People that learn Mishnah Berurah before they know Yerushalmi, I know some people learn Mishnah Berurah before they know Yerushalmi, right, Baruch? Some people. So they think, why this halacha is here? It's a halacha in Birkas Hamazon, you're not allowed to do melacha when you bench. You're not allowed to walk when you bench. Even ala michir, you have to sit. You're not allowed to stand when you bench. Some people don't know it. It could be me'akir b'di'evet. Okay, but it's not a shir today about that. But if you know the Yerushalmi, it's not only Aloch and Birkas Hamazon. It's the reason it's here. The Magen Avraham explains it. You will have a question. Why the Poyalim don't bench and do the Melacha? Why you told them not to do the Melacha? The answer is you're not allowed to do Melacha b'shas brocha. So the Taz says, V'hu adin b'chol brocha u'b'chol tefillah. You're not allowed to do a Melacha. And not even Melacha gdoilo, even Melacha kalo. What is what reason? Shekosu b'teiroseinu ha'kedosha. It says in our Eilike Torah, and our pure special Torah, Im bechukoisai letelechi v'halachtem imi keri. Miloshin mikre. You show that it's not important. It says, even meloche kalo, you're not allowed to pass the plate to the waiter when you bench. I know everyone is looking at me now, I could see, it's not manners. Okay, you're not allowed to tell the waiter, give me the dessert when you bench, okay? That you could relate to, Baruch. You're not allowed to. You're not allowed to do, no. People in the middle of benching, no. Meloche kalib. The Magen Avraham says more from that. It's not only because we want you to bench properly. The Poyalim, we told them not to do the bracha revis, right? If they're anyway not doing it, let them to do it when they're working. Better not to bench from benching and doing melacha. And this is the klole v'halachtem imi keri. So the Taz learns pshat. What is the klolis of bechukoisai? What is the klolis? That you will bench, you will daven, but you will do it arai. Better not to bench from benching and doing a melacha. Rabbi Isai, HaKadosh Baruch Hu took us, we such a choshev edoyer. How many people, everyone is learning, everyone is davening, everyone is doing everything in our generation. But we have that arai. Taking out the phone, texting, buzzing. If we would realize that Hashem wants us not to be bekeri, so when Parshas Bechukoisai is finishing with Eretz Yisrael, they're starting to go back out of Corona, out of the virus. Parshas Bechukoisai, Hashem says, if you will go with me, keri. The Taz says, mikre. Benching, we're doing a melacha. Davening, we're doing a melacha. Learning, we're doing a melacha. And you will not take it to your heart, V'halachti imchem b'chamas keri. I will go with you b'chamas keri. Rabbi say, every 100 years almost, Klal Yisrael passed a tremendous galus. We had Hitler, Yamach Shemoy, we had in the Tsar, in Russia when we were there, we had the Kazakhim, we had in Spain, we have it. And Hashem is giving us in our generation, we call it a modern kind of attack. We couldn't go to shuls for 2 months. Think that we couldn't go to shul because they don't let us to daven, and we will be hiding in the mountains, and we'll have minyanim in the mountains, in the caves. All of you will join. Hashem made it just in a different way, in a different picture. We just have to push. We just have to push. If we will push, and we will do it with a whole strongness, with the whole Avas HaTorah that we have. A person will take on himself, his phone is off. Not it's on quiet, that he could check who called him. If he wants to see his missed calls, leave your phone in the house. His phone is off when he goes to shul. His phone is off when he goes to a shir, when he learns chavrusah. Everyone knows the story on Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva married the daughter of Kalba Savua, Rachel. And she made up with him, and he would go to learn. And he went to learn for 12 years, and he came back. Everyone knows the story. And he hears the neighbor talking to his wife, oh, your husband left you. And her father kicked her out of her house. She was living in a tent. She didn't have it easy. And she tells her neighbor, if he would just know, and he could stay for another 12 years, I would enjoy it. And he turns back and he goes to Yeshiva for another 12 years. And Reb Chaim Shmulevitz asks us the following question. Your wife sent you to learn. Come to say hello. Thank you, my wife. Thank you, my wife. I appreciate it. I love you. You were so good to me. You pushed me to learn. Thank you so much. And go back to learn. Well, you think he couldn't think in learning when he speaks to her? When I speak to people, I could think in learning. And I'm very small. Think about Rabbi Akiva. So why Rabbi Akiva didn't go in to say thank you to his wife? And Reb Chaim Shmulevitz explains, because he knew that 12 and 12 is not 24. The place that he could get, and he knew that she gave up on all of her money of her father for making him to become the greatest person in the world. And if it would be such a tremendous difference without having this break, so she prefers that he will not come in. We don't understand it. It was not a real break. He didn't go to Miami. Miami is also a good place. He didn't go to Colorado. It's also a good place. He didn't go to Las Vegas. He just came home to say hello to his wife. But at a stop. The Yetzer Hara doesn't want us to have a Seder of an hour. 5 times in the middle the phone goes out, and one time you say, soon I will get back to you. He doesn't want us to daven one good davening. He's fighting with us. Hashem did something to the phones. Hashem did something to the Zooms. I'm not speaking about now you're allowed to use a computer or not. This is not the topic. Listen carefully. I'm not talking against that. I'm talking about when you're learning, don't have your phone. When you're davening, don't have your phone. Please, take the message from the Ribbono Shel Olam. Don't be in Bechukei Saitelechu. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give us all of the Siyata Dishmaya. Toiro v'gdula b'mokim echad. Arichas yomim v'shonim. A refuah shleima to all of the sick people. A nechama. I'm telling you, you don't know. I got a message from a friend of mine. His father passed away in London, Erev Shvi Shel Pesach. The Chevra Kadisha, all the freezers were full. Believe it or not. They had to do in the grocery to clean out the freezer to put his father in the freezer of the Jewish grocery. Because if not, they would burn the body. The Gzeira was a Gzeira. But Hashem saved us and we're around. And we have to show. You know, Chazal say, Ein poronus bo lo'olam ela b'shvil Yisrael. And here he really put us on us, that the whole world is pointing to us. Come, we'll be strong. We'll show the Ribbono Shel Olam. Rosh Chodesh Nisan. Rosh Chodesh Sivan. I want to share with you something, but listen carefully, my friends, my Rabbeim, my Talmidim. 2,000 years ago, and change, we said Naaseh v'nishma. So I want to share with you something that I spoke today in the capsules. You know what is capsules? In Eretz Yisrael, they led the yeshivas to put 26 boys in a building, lock it for 14 days plus 45, and they learned there. And this is the way the yeshivas came back. So we offered the boys, if they want, they could come back to the capsules. If they want, they could come back to the capsules. That was the option. They don't have to, because you can't go out the building. They're giving out your freedom. Shimon ben Gera had it very hard not to leave Yerushalayim when Shlomo told him not to leave. And I told him, but you know what? For the first time in 2,000 years, you're saying Naaseh v'nishma. Till now, when I go guys to learn, what is the choice? We go to learn because we want to learn. We're embarrassed not to go to learn. But here you decided to give up your freedom. Like 2,000 years ago, we were not Jewish and we said, yes, Hashem, we want to accept the Torah. Tov Shin Pei. And we could say, Ribbono Shel Olam, we're deciding. Maybe it's mutar al pi halacha, maybe not. We are mekabel on ourselves, Kabbalas HaTorah again. B'shas davening, our phones are off. B'shas our learning, our phones are off. We will focus on real Kabbalas HaTorah. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu will take down his 2 crowns. And he will put on us one for Naaseh and one for Nishma. As Hashem will be zeicha together to mekabel the Torah be'ahava. Be'atzlacha.